Okay, this is the second one, which I done. It's like a second later, and I figured next game, Dead Space. It's awesome, and I'd like to just link that in with Resident Evil a little, because it's like if it weren't for Resident Evil, we have Dead Space. Maybe, maybe not, but Resident Evil kind of made zombies famous in the video game market because I mean, now, of course, it's like, hey, you got Resident Evil puzzle, sort of crazy story virus, and guy with super speed who punches you in the face a lot. And now it's like, hey, so we got Left 4 Dead, which is crazy multiplayer action and run and gun and shoot everything in the face, even your friends, because you can't aim and they don't duck when they're supposed to duck. It's you just click the button and you duck. That's not directed towards anyone. I just happen to know because the computer doesn't duck. It's a very simple process. And also, it's like, hey, Dead Rising, which came out Monday, I believe, or Dead Rising 2. And it's like, hey, now you have, what was that? I forgot. Dawn of the Dead? Yeah. Yeah, Dawn of the Dead, I believe. It's like, hey, you're in a mall. And the difference is you have to escort people. And, well, in the first one, it was like you're a photographer. Take pictures, escort idiots, because they don't know the concept. Stay next to this guy who's got guns and sorts of, no torts, all sorts of crazy junk. And they were done in two. Fortunately, I've heard that's been revised. And that's good to know. But anyway, just zombies, and progression and Dead Space. They're technically necromorphs. That's what they call them. Ouch, toes. I don't know if that made it, but it was a pretty loud snap from here. Which means I should have made it because it doesn't matter. But anyway, it's like Dead Space is amazing. I love the series that is Dead Space. Movies or movie and games and comics, depending on if you bought the special edition of the first one because it was basically one, or if you did what I did and got Extraction and they just had it on the game, which made me super happy that I didn't buy it because I would have felt kind of cheated. It's like, oh, I bought it and now I have them again with voices. But anyway, I didn't because I'm cheap and just didn't have the money at the time. But Dead Space, awesome. Dead Space 2 coming out and should be awesomer. More necromorphs, more weapons, more craziness, and multiplayer, which a lot of people have some choice things to say about that, of course. I think it's okay. People says like um, Left for Dead Space, which was funny because I heard it on GTTV and he said that, and it was like, oh man, that's a good thing. And then like 2 days later, I was on G4, G4TV.com, and I read it and it was like, Left for Dead Space, and they just said it in a bad way. And I was like, oh, they did not like that idea. I think it's okay. I mean, Left for Dead does it. Why can't another game just revamp the idea, or not really revamp, but use it? I mean, Gears of War, and then Halo. I mean, people didn't say, "Oh, they're still in it. That blows." So don't be douches. Just enjoy it because it's sweet. No offense to douches. Um, the people douches. Forget it. Um. Anyway, Dead Space is cool. I cannot wait for Dead Space 2. There's supposed to be another movie coming out, and that should be good because the first one was good and a little bit crazy. I mean, if you haven't seen it, it's like if you haven't seen the movie and you played the game, it's the same thing in anime form. People going nuts, people getting sliced up, as you know, per standard for Dead Space. It's like, did they make it? Take a guess, because they didn't. Oh, they didn't. Especially that one girl that got sliced in half. That was messed up. But yeah, it's pretty sweet. Can't wait. It's you know, action horror game that takes it to a very intense level. And since my dad's coming in the door, I'll stop because they'll be yelling and talking. Well, not yelling, but like talking to me, saying get out of my way, my dog. She doesn't listen. But I'll come back and talk about some other games. Yay for videos.